Cool.
All right, what's up? Okay, we got
Hey,
John Vargas again tonight.
yes, sir. Once
He's going to
again.
talk about his app that he has in for lease. So, what kind of you want to explain what that app is, John?
So the app is called Airflow. This is now for airbrush artists anywhere that they're able to now rent the app and use it to take orders at the events. So for those that don't have an
Oh,
assistant that you want to do a solo, that's fine. The app is going to take orders for you. It's going to organize your inventory, keep it updated, and the guest also gets updates live of the status of their item. So you can literally do an event by yourself.
you just got to set it up. Does it matter what kind of tablet it's on?
No, it's really anything that runs internet. Um, you can use an Android or an iPad. I'm using an iPad because I found them on Amazon. So instead of spending $1,000, you spend 250, 300 bucks on an old generation tablet, and that's good enough to run it. If you want to run Androids, that's fine too. It's just something for them to
Oh,
choose and have some service. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But let me
So
show you. Go
you
here.
just
Go ahead.
oh, go ahead, go ahead. Oh, go.
No, I was just gonna show you. See, this is kind of what it did. One of the last events I did was Airbrush events. Shout out to Airbrush events. Um, we are. I was doing one and I'm testing it out. So as you can see, once I select, see, I selected that one, but let's go back up. Oh man, I got my finger now. I got wet screen now. There we go. So now I'm gonna choose right here the white color. You see, and it keeps up again with the inventory. It knows when you run out and when you don't. Then when you select, it just keeps going to the next one. You could type in anything you want. You can select the colors. You can make it choose your own colors if you want to. You see, so it gives you the option.
No.
You upload all the designs of your like. I mean, again, it's your company. So this app is white labeled to your company. So if you want to rent it out, you put your name on it, just like you saw here at the top. It says Airbrush Events and whatnot. You put your information, your colors. Later on in the backside, once you place an order, people are going to be able to track it. They're going to be able to see whose order is next, how long is the wait, whether your shirt, your hat is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, in half an hour. It keeps them updated live through their phone. As you can see, that's the behavior where the tablet by itself, if it's sitting on the table unattended, it knows to go back to the ordering form to where it was.
Oh.
And this is
So when
all
they
see.
log in and
Uh-huh.
when they sign in and do their order, they automatically put their phone number in, and they're automatically sent in the queue, and they send out messages.
No phone number. I even personally
The
don't
phone.
like sharing information with nobody because I feel like I'm gonna be getting spammed. If you're at a little
Oh
kid's
yeah, yeah.
party, you don't want to share a little kid's phone number with you, or I don't want my kids sharing a phone number with a grown ass man, right? So my
Right.
app, what it does, it recognizes the devices that the order came from, and it will pin it to your. Again, this is a tablet, but if you have a cell phone, the only order that you'll be able to pin on top will be like your orders. Like right now, I have right here Zoe. See, so Zoe is the one up next. So that one is in less than 2 minutes. Is up next. Let's say I want to track my nephews right here. Is Sugar and John. See, so I track their orders and it lets me know, see, within 4 minutes, 6 minutes, they're placing line. If you want to go in there and see their details for their order, you can make sure that that is exactly the correct spelling and all of that. In here, you
No,
also,
okay.
again, because it is white label, you could put your personal information, see, as the tablet. So when somebody's over here waiting for their order, they can look up of your personal information. There you go. See, so again, it's you don't even have to mess with it once you're live doing an event. As you can see, you can upload as many designs as you want. I'm gonna give you a preview. This is how the back end. This is how the behind the curtain looks, and you have many triggers here that you could turn on and off. uh, One of the key features, I'm gonna be soon doing a lot of videos on all the details in um, the presets that it has, the triggers, all the features, step by step, one at a time, because really, if anybody watching this wants the a copy of the app, you're going to have to sit with me in a meeting to go over all of the features, and it takes about an hour and a half to go into detail into each one. But then, you're set. You'll know exactly what you're doing with the app. One of the main things that I want to point out today, to not go into the main features, is that this app has what's called the queue capacity. And so it runs analytics based on how many artists are working the event, how many orders are in the order well, um, how much time is left on the event, and it will calculate based on your painting rate how many hats can you complete with the time that is left over. Again, the tablet is there by itself. Let's say you're at an event and you don't even have an assistant. So this tablet is just sitting there. Once you set up the queue capacity, which means you're going to put the time the event starts and the time the event finishes. And then let's say you're doing hats. So I'm going to put
Okay.
that I do 30 hats an hour. So right now, I'm going to put it at 30 hats an hour. So it already tells me that two artists at 30 hats an hour, we can both paint 60 an hour. So within the time frame that you put it, it will let you know, okay, you got 3 hours. You could do, 180 hats in 3 hours between both of you. So the time will continue to tick. And again, it's just taking orders in. You just let them come in. Don't even stop them. The second it detects
Yeah.
that, let's say you have 1 hour left in your event and you have exactly 60 orders that came in, that is your capacity. That is what you're able to handle realistically in that last hour. The app will automatically will turn off itself and will stop taking orders. And it has another screen, but I'm going to show you this. This is kind of what the guests are going to see. And because now, again, once you have the operating modes running, and I pressed it twice, it's going to say something like this by itself. See, sorry, we're closed, or sorry, we're
Part
at
were closed.
capacity.
Yeah.
And you didn't even touch the app, but
Oh.
the app knew you have reached your max limit. So that way, that that removes those times when you could do 30 an hour, but by accident you took 40, 45. Now time a party has ended, and guess what? You're gonna have to stay an extra 15, 20 minutes finishing up those orders, right? Because you promised them, you took their order, like, oh shit, I took too many. But the app
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
you have reached capacity and stop taking orders. Now you still have a whole hour of the event, let's say. You got enough orders there to keep on rolling, and so that way you finish exactly on time without the need
Yeah. And
of
you always
stopping
have those
for time.
stragglers. You always have those stragglers come at the last minute to be trying to get one. So and
Yeah,
once they come to the app, it's already said it's closed out. So that's a good
the
thing.
app is. Now again, everything is a toggle. Everything has an on and off switch, because the artist has a lot of power here too, where they can control. If you want to allow one more order, right? Even though right now the guest order form is closed, you as the admin, you're still able to place an order. You see, you're still able to see this, but the guest is not able to see it. That is because the admin portal, which this is here, what Art is going to be working out of. See, next order. So
Yeah,
you as the owner, you have access, of course, to all the stuff, all the triggers, the
you can see
um,
everything firsthand.
the
Yeah,
settings. But no, for everybody else that's working the event, all they need is to be right here, and you press next, and there we go. You have your next order. You know it's a black hat. The design number one, same as sample, Zoe, and you know who is picking it up. And then when you're done, you click next, and it automatically completes it, and it looks for the next order, and it lets you know exactly who is it, what is it. You keep on painting, and you just keep pressing one button, and it auto assigns the next one and the next one. You could have 6 artists. It doesn't matter. Each one is gonna automatically assign one order per artist, not crisscross, not have any duplicates. And as you can see, once you start checking, Zoe's order is completed. The next in line, it means within the next 4 minutes, because according to this, there's 2 artists in here. So it lets that person
yeah.
know that to come by, it says, come by, your order is up next within the next couple of minutes. And I've seen it happen where they're standing here next to me, and I'm like, oh, is this one yours? They're like, no, the next one is mine. I just want to record it. See, so they knew
Oh
exactly
yeah,
when
yeah,
their order was going to be ready because they love to record, and that's great for us if they record and post. That's more profit
yeah.
for us. See,
So is
so
there so the artists log into the app itself that way they get to see the thing
yes, yes. So
their order.
now the order, the everybody has the same page where everybody lands in. It's just that we have a secret button where we're gonna get to put in a pin code. There it goes. You get to put in a pin code, so that way there's no real like sensitive information backstage. It's just like hats and orders. But this is really just to keep separated a guest from just swiping backwards and ending up in our portal. See, my iPad right now, it already knows me. I already have my admin token, and my token is what allows my device to be recognized. But a device that doesn't get recognized, it will not be allowed to then swipe backwards or ending up in our admin portal. And so every artist, yes, they will have a PIN number, and they will be able to come back here. And then once they're here, amongst all these buttons, they live here where it says order dispatch. You see, and in order dispatch, that is now
Okay,
where we
yeah,
have all of our orders. Every artist will be there. Now, here's the thing, though. Just because this iPad this software can replace an assistant, that doesn't mean it has to. It can actually supplement an assistant. So some events I run it by myself, but there's other events that maybe an assistant just wasn't available that day, or excuse me, or it was a small party and I didn't need it to bring one. So the assistant can still have access to all the orders, right? So we all have the same page. So whatever happens to me, once I
yeah.
press next, everyone's page gets updated. The orders get updated. The assistant right here, the order well, you get to see which ones are completed, which ones are not, as well as the guest in their end. They also get the live. So even they close their phone and open it back up, it will automatically refresh to their current status. You see, so I don't require a cell phone. Nobody needs to share their cell phone number with me. Sure, that is an option that you can simply add, but me, I'm going the cheap route. I do not want to spend on a whole another cell phone line just for the tablet that it can communicate, it can send text message status updates. I like the live feed that you can actually see the current, what is the time, where is your current orders, which ones you want to track. Or if you want to tell your friend, oh, I saw your order, it's done, it's already over there, or the cell phone, it lets them know,
Yeah.
right? So there's many
Yeah.
ways to use this. But right now, so the assistant, here's the key for the assistant. The assistant can also have multiple features. See right here, this little button, it gives for this one order many features. Let's say right now, this person's sugar is actually the bar mitzvah kid, and they need theirs now. Now, when you have a big old line, a big old stack of hats in the middle of the party, and you gotta find the bar mitzvah kids, or maybe the party planner had put in an order, it's gonna get buried in there. Now you're digging and you're trying to find it, right? Where is it? You have a
Yeah.
search bar. You can either put the name right there on the search bar, or you can you have a VIP mode. So when you press that, you saw that it goes to VIP order. Now it doesn't matter
Oh yeah, I see that.
if this person had to wait 45 minutes for the order. Now is next in line. Whoever, however many artists you have, whoever presses done and next because they're completing orders, the next one available is going to grab it. Or if you want to assign it to a specific artist, you can go ahead and assign it to a specific artist as well. You want to edit. Let's say this person wrote a curse word by any chance. You can also flag the orders for issues. All right. You can delete the order.
Oh,
You
that's
can
cool.
modify the order from here. The assistant has the power to catch stuff like that, even though I do have a trigger that is called PG-13 mode. So it has a list of curse words that you can always add that will not allow little kids placing bad words or this new unknown word that you just found out that it is something, that you're not supposed to be writing. You can add it to the
Yeah.
list and it will recognize words and will not allow it to come into the order well. Again, by yourself,
Now that's a plus.
you see, because I noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now here's another thing, that little kid that is trying to put curse words, uh, I have a way for people to place orders with their cell phone. I'm just gonna cover because I don't want people later on scanning with their cell phones and ordering. But this is live actually, so I
Yes.
can hold my tablet up, and let's say I have 6 artists and only 2 tablets. I have this because at any given moment, I do what's called flooding the well. If I put this QR code up, everybody in the line pulls out their cell phones and starts scanning. Now you're gonna have hold that for just 10 seconds. That's it. Because you're about to get 20 to 30 orders at the same time in like 2 minutes. So
Oh wow.
that is what's called flooding the well. Now all 6 artists, we have enough orders to now start banging out. The line just got a lot shorter, moved a lot faster. Everybody went back to partying. Now, not
Yeah.
only are they just went back to partying instead of waiting in your line, they also have the ability to, of course, track through their own device, and they know when it's going to be completed. So they're able to
Wow.
go enjoy the rest of the event and know, oh, I gotta wait, or look, it's ready, it's about to be ready. The whole status is right there at the palm of your hand. And that's a big
Mm.
upsell for party planners. They want the guests, right, to move along, not to sit there.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
thing
Good.
that, sorry, I'm dude,
No, good.
if you don't cut me off, I will keep on talking.
No, that's
All
good.
right,
That's good.
please.
Yeah. Yeah. Promote the product. That's good. But
I mean,
I was just gonna say, yeah. Party planners like that. They want everybody to move around. They want one big pile.
yes, yes, and for those party planners that have used those before, I mean, I've done so many college events, and then what happens is that we're over here painting, and they end up standing for an hour, 2 hours in the line, but the event is done in 2 hours, and then when it's time to close, sorry guys, I'm out of time, and you get people already like crying. I'm telling you, like I'm sorry, I've been here for 2 hours. Can I please get one? My friend has been waiting here too. It's like, I'm sorry, I just can't. And they stood in line because they really wanted the airbrush, but they didn't get to enjoy the rest of the things neither. You see, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like everybody wins because you could, if you were able to handle 100 orders in those 3 hours, great. You could take those 100 orders in the first hour, and then the rest 2 hours cruise. You have enough orders to keep on going. You see,
yeah,
so unless, sure, a line is great. It's a great visual that people are enjoying your booth. It's a great sign, right, to party planners and everybody that's paying the bill. They're like, oh, okay, look how famous they are. What happens here with the tablet is that you can either keep flooding the well, like I told you before, but with a QR code, or flood the well for only those 30 seconds, and then the rest of the orders will be taken care of by the tablet. They will slowly trickle in, and that's what keeps your line moving, you see, and your artists
yeah,
moving, not waiting for orders, not having to choose or find whenever somebody says, excuse me, I gotta go, can you find my order, and you're over here digging to find it. Like, no, I find it quickly, I know which one is that. There's no more labeling, no more need to write down. Again, there are little techniques that you can mix and match with your assistant, because now your assistant is no longer just taking the order. Let's put it like this: the only customer service that your assistant is really providing is just asking the person what color hat you want, what design you want, what is your name, how do you spell it, right? The same thing again and again and again. I mean, you get the same customer service through a McDonald's drive through. It's just asking for
yeah,
the same thing. Now, when the assistant is no longer asking these questions, they can actually now step aside with Granny and help her out and have one-on-one conversations with you as the artist. People can now come and tap you on the shoulder and be like, hey, oh my God, you're doing so great. How long you been doing this for? The famous question, right? And you're like, oh, well, I've been doing this
yeah,
for
yeah,
this long. But now you can hold actually this conversation while you're painting, and you're not holding up the line. See? So
yeah,
you're
yeah,
having new conversations, new interactions. Your customer service is going in a different direction. Because just because you took someone's order, I don't really consider that like that much of a customer service. Sure, as long as they're doing it in a nice fashion. But I mean, one assistant can now be uh, board putting shirts on boards, right? Or hats, getting them lined up, or whatever you want that assistant doing, taking care of inventory, many probably crowd control and stuff like that. But the
yeah,
orders are still coming in nonstop. Stuff like that is no longer a delay. Your assistant having to stop to put in boards to fold shirts is no longer a delay. Is now She's
yeah,
now staying busy. The app is doing its work. You're doing its work. If it shut down, it knows when to shut down. If you want to open it back up, it gives you the option also to open it, to keep it running. You have control over how your event is worked. Also, because every event is different, every client is different. Sure, we're painting hats, which is similar every event, but there's always that one thing, right, that makes every party just so slightly different from each other. Maybe this was a
yeah,
corporate client and they wanted logos, specific colors for their brand. I did an event for Adidas and World Cup. So Adidas only wanted the items to say World Cup 26. They didn't even want people to write their own name. But the only customizations that we were able to put was uh, little stencils in the corner with like the World Cup, or the the try on the soccer ball, or the cup, the World Cup, and the colors in the background, right? Because everybody was want to represent their country, so at least they could put their colors. All of that is features, triggers, uh, turn off and on. As you can see here, this is called the design management. This is where you can upload your designs. You're not using mine. You use your designs. You add more than you want to. Normally we run 12. Right here this day they wanted 3 additional ones for another event. This is actually a leak from another event that I did. There goes the trianda and the stuff. See, when I'm
Oh yeah,
placing
it's
an
talking
order,
about
you
yeah.
don't see this. I turn it off and on. I get to manipulate what I want the guests to see, as well as the product management. As you can see, I have a ton of other product here. But in the beginning, when we first placed an order, you only saw three items, three color hats. That's because you can turn off and on what you want the guests to see. Once it runs out of one size, let's say you run out of smalls, it will say out of stock to your guests. Even though you have a stack of smalls on the table, those are orders
They already accounted for it.
waiting.
Yeah, they already
Yes,
accounted for it. Yeah.
you see, but it says out of order. I mean, it it will it would continue to keep the guests informed and you fully functional. Again, the colors, you could change the colors to whatever you want them to be. You have the full color guide now for those clients that has they're really specific on their color choices, a color palette. Everything is here for you to control and to own. So if anybody is interested in the app, Airbrush Station that fun will be my main page where you can send me a message through there. I have a page of you already find me on Instagram or Facebook. Send me DMs. Hey, you're interested, and we'll get the process going. This is not an app. Let me say this: this is not an app in the App Store. This is an app software that behaves like an app. So that's why it looks like an app, but it is not an app. It is a website dedicated to you that nobody else can have unless I assign you a copy of it. You see?
And once they
So, any
purchase it, or
questions?
once they rent it or lease it from you, once they lease it from you, you do a one-on-one with them to talk them through every step of the app.
Correct, correct. We'll be running through all the triggers, different scenarios, because I have 21 years of doing events. And I've been sitting here. This is another reason why nobody has seen me post for the past like 6 months. And it is because I've been dedicated and focused for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I am editing this app. I made it myself from scratch. I learned myself how to use all the softwares available that are out there and created something that we needed. I mean, sure, they say don't fix something that it is not broken, but our process can definitely have been upgraded and create a new, different experience for guests, for clients, and up our game. We kind of plateau
Yeah,
here, right? With sure we can paint, but it's like, what else can we bring value, to each other, to their customers, um, and just better our services. That was my main thing.
yeah.
But yeah, man.
That's a
So
good. That's
again,
cool.
thank you. It's just and helping other artists out is my thing. I'm not here just is
Yeah,
for me. It's like if I have it, and I know there's a lot of great artists out there, and that would need this or could use this to reach their goals. Some people's dreams is like to live off of this. I'm grateful that I have been living off of only events. That's the only thing that I do is parties all year round. And I want to share that it is possible. That there's many, like I said before on the other podcast, was that there's just so many hundreds of thousands of events on a daily, and so many of them they don't know that we exist. So we got to
mm,
keep pushing our services to the point that it's like we get so known, so famous, that every artist in every city is going to be busy. There's no need to be flying out. No, you're going to be so busy in your hometown alone. There's going to be no need to be traveling. I mean, because
yeah,
money's out there. We just got to know how to go get it. You know.
yeah. So they just have to DM you to your Facebook or your Instagram to get information on how to lease it from you
Correct.
and just
Correct.
send it out to them. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I
That's,
I like to make it a one-on-one like that because, your individual questions that you have for your business, for your company, the ideas that you have. Maybe I don't have the button that you seek. Oscar, what's going on, brother? So yeah, so
Yeah,
this
these have been up. I
one-on-ones.
forgot to post them.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I
go ahead.
see
I'm
that.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead. Hi, gang. All right. Ed, I see
Ed
you.
said, how many iPads can be used?
Um, you could use as many iPads as you want. I personally do one when it's one artist, or two when I have more than two, but really just two. It keeps a nice trickle going. If at any given moment you want a rush of orders, then that's when you could use the flooding with the QR code, and you get more. But again, you handle your event your way. But this
Yeah.
is modified like that. You guys ever get people that want free or extra stuff? I mean, for the free stuff, the events that we do, it's already
It
paid
always
for.
free.
Yeah, so we don't and so people sometimes, I like to recognize when there's only one per person in the app. There at the top it says one per person, please. Here's one thing about getting a second one. For those people that actually got to scan the QR code, right, and later they could go ahead and refresh or back up, there I have a trigger that disables all phones that scan that came in through the QR code, and does not allow any device to place more than one order, unless, if we go into details later on, if you guys want to know. But I have a feature that will allow you give access to, let's say, a mother that has 2 to 3 kids, and she placed it on her cell phone. You can give that lady 3 tickets, let's call it that. 3 tickets that she on her device can claim, and she could sit there and, honey, what color you want, and what do you want it to say,
Oh,
and
yeah,
she's
yeah.
not she's not holding up the line. She's over here sitting down, maybe out of the heat, and she's taking care of her own tickets, her own extra. Um, but we try to keep it one per person, unless your client said it specifically. Oh no, they could have as many as they want. I don't care. Or some clients might be like, no, I only ordered 100. Make sure the kids are the only one that gets it. No adults, whatever the
Oh,
case may
yeah.
be. Every event is different, but that is up to you how you want to give somebody else another one. Can they tag you if they upload it? Tag me where and upload where?
Like if you do the hat, if they post it on their page, will they be able to tag you? Is there a way, I guess, somewhere out there that you have your where they could tag you?
In here, let's say while the person is waiting for their order, right here on their washing instructions, I'll probably have to modify this. But here you have the actual washing instructions that they could take a screenshot of it, or they could go to your website. They could visit your Instagram as well if they want. So right now I don't have the internet on, but you can actually click on the link if you have internet, and it'll go directly to your Instagram, and they could be adding you if you want it. While they're just sitting there, they could be just looking up your stuff. So you have your business card is in the palm of their hand. Your business card, they can screenshot it. They saved, so you don't need paper um, business cards. So if you rent out, they could run it through there too. Take a simple screenshot. You're now in their device. You now have a digital business card for their stuff. You see. So they say, do you have one for fairs or swap meets? I This app could be used to enhance that experience. Again, many features can be used differently for different situations. How you could use this app is, um, you can set it up where the person will be placing one order through there. They can scan the QR code, and then they can, of course, see how long is the wait. You control how long is the wait time also, because as you move forward. So they can at least go and keep walking around and go get something to eat. And then on their cell phone, it will, once they refresh, or it'll refresh by itself, sorry, it will let them know, oh, it's next, it's done, whatever the status is. How I've done it in the past, right now, the app is set up specifically for events that are already prepaid. So for parties, bar mitzvahs, corporate events. But I used it at a one time where I was doing a cash event. That's I call them cash events because it just depends where you at. And so I'll have them place an order on the tablet. But right here, if they already say, "Oh, I'm gonna get two hats." Okay, go ahead, place the order. I know it's two hats, but over here on the side, I have my Square ready to charge them two hats, and I just have the Square device where they could tap their phone and pay, and I just have it here. Like, okay, when you're done with those orders, you can tap right here and pay for it. So it's almost seems seamless. I do have another uh, I have another app technically that I am building with this in mind. My One of my future apps, because now I'm in app mode. I want to make an app for everybody and everything. The next app that I have is for people that have stores or like that, a swap meet, where you have technically your catalog where they could scan, they could walk away and scan, place an order, select, type in their designs, placement, and then they'll be able to pay. And only after it pays, then it will send you order received, and they'll get to track it the same way. But there's a payment method, there's a payment gate that they'll have to go through in order to complete their purchase. Now, um, I'm part of a store here. I don't even go to the store anymore because I'm just extremely busy with events. But because I'm part owner, let's say, Google does not let go of my phone number. And I've been fighting to Google let go of my phone number. And people be calling me, hey, where's my order? Where's my hat? Like, I don't know. I'm not even there, but let me find out. And I'll. So this back and forth, that is what guided me to, you know what? I need a portal for Airbrush and clients to communicate with the store and know the status of them. So that way they get they don't get this desperate, because there's been many times that it's like, well, the artist told me it'll be done at 6 p.m. Like, well, ma'am, it's 1 o'clock. So that means it's not done yet. Like, wait until,
Yeah.
6 o'clock for your order to be done. But they're calling me with all this questions. So I want the app, or let's say your website, or people to come up to your store. There's already a QR code there. Let's say you don't have an assistant that day. You have to keep working on a portrait. I mean, the tablet can go ahead and sit there. They can ask you some basic questions, but the app will allow them to place the order, make the payment. You see it, and we keep on moving. And they can communicate for those people that have multiple artists at a store. And you don't need all of the artists sharing all of their cell phone numbers with all of your clients. They will only have one portal in their app where they'll be able to communicate with the store. Whoever's on duty that day will be the ones replying, and they'll see message bubbles specific with orders. I mean, like, I have all of that planned out. So I saw earlier it has said how much. So right now I have about four different plans. There's a single day use for 25 bucks. Simple. If you just want to try it one time, that's all right. Then we have the solo monthly. Solo monthly, you get one app and you can do as many events as you want with as many artists as you like. And that one for the first month is only 40 bucks. Now I have and then it goes up to 80 bucks for a month. But I mean, think about it like this. And this is what, for me, it justifies that if you could pay the 80 for the solo monthly or pro monthly, it's 150 for the month, but you get three apps. That means you could do three events running simultaneously. So it doesn't matter where anybody is at. You will not get orders from event A and event B. You can always, if you have a busy weekend and you have four events running the same day at the same exact time, you can always add that daily use app for 25 bucks. Now, for me is, I normally pay, the normal rate for an assistant is about $50 an hour, let's say, on average. On a 3-hour event, that assistant got paid $150. If you hire the same assistant again for a second party, that's $300 you just gave to the assistant. Okay, whether you love them or hate them or use them or don't, that you just spent $80 a month versus $300 on an assistant that helped you take orders. Which I'm telling you, I've been using it for the past 6 months, and I do events that has. I believe you were in one, but I had three artists, three assistants that day that you and me did an event here in San Antonio, and the assistants
Yeah,
were just there twirling their thumbs because the app was
money
handling
gone.
everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So after that I did a sorority with 500 students, three artists, zero assistants, zero questions. The event went smoothly. Everybody, you see them holding their phone, watching their orders, waiting for them. I mean, everybody was so well informed. I have zero questions, even though I like to set up right next to the tablet just in case they have any questions while I'm painting. Zero. No questions
Mm.
asked. So there we go. So you can spend a little money to save you a lot more money because either you want to
Yeah.
drop, or again, assistants sometimes are just hard to get. Sure, I made a whole video on assistants are the heart of the whole operation because they're the face, they're the ones that are answering questions, but those questions are now answered somewhere else. And again, this could supplement your business, your assistant experience. She's also now more free to do many more things and actually give a better customer experience. But yeah, there's different prices there. Dan got distracted, but does it give clients estimated wait time? Yes, there was an estimated wait time right here on the order tracking. Right now, we set it. I set it up because I wanted to show how this person has an issue. So if this person just so happened to wrote a curse word, you can go ahead and um, flag it for an issue. This order will be skipped, so the orders will continue to come in, and artists will be able to continue working without the need of stopping or dealing with that one order. Uh, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and pin. Well, most of the orders they're getting worked on. As you can see, I can pin, so I can track if I have many kids. If I want to track my friend's order, that's fine. I could track whoever's order, and it will let me know right there how much time they're waiting. This one's about 4 minutes. This is about 2 minutes. So, what is your placing line? And these numbers can go up to your wait time is 45 minutes. Your wait time is an hour and a half because I took already so many
Mm.
orders, right? That it will go that far. So people are like, "Oh man, I'm not even. Let me just walk away. I'll come back
Yeah,
later."
go
See,
go enjoy the
but
party.
but we have people that come back and be like, "Excuse me, where's my order?" And you're thinking like, "Ma'am, you just ordered. You had not 2 minutes ago. You see the size of this line, and you're already asking,
Yeah.
"Where's my hat? I just ordered." Like, of course, there's a line, ma'am. Oh, I didn't know. So if she scanned it, she'll see her wait time is about 45 to an hour. And it'll keep updating. Every time an artist completes an order, it'll keep updating and updating and keep everybody live. So what if the order has a curse word? Yes, it got skipped too, as
He
I
just said
just
that,
said.
butter. Yeah, he said that
Okay.
already.
Yeah, yeah. So
I was telling
I
butter you already said that.
it's part of the features here since it came back up. So here's PG-13 mode. For those sensitive to curse words, please look away. But there's a list of curse words that you can add, you can subtract, that you want to allow, not allowed. I mean, there's again many features for you to turn on and off. Use it however you want. Maybe you're a sorority, maybe you're at a wedding. Like you don't need that. Let the adults be adults, and they're gonna get silly and put some nasty words in there.
Yeah.
Real, you know.
Yeah.
So that is what that's for. Uh, Anybody else? Miguel Ramos.
Anybody else? That's butter. He's he used to work for me back in the day. Oh, butter.
Oh yeah. All
The
right. All right.
well, that's good though, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna probably get somebody messaging about the getting the app from you.
Oh yeah. I already got quite a few. Excuse me. I have. Eddie Medina from Chicago Party Airbrush Party Events. He's already over there. He's been my guide in the field. I let him a copy, and I wanted to see how he behaved with it, how he was using it. I wanted his input. So shout out to Eddie from Chicago Party Events. He's been helping me a lot, and he has a copy. He's been using it up there. I have already another guy, Joel, in California. He's also using the app. I have already some inquiries. I have many other artists from Florida, from South Cali, from Colorado. I mean Ohio, New York, that they're already requesting they want the cup because they've seen the videos of us using it, and they were really
Yeah.
interested. And you see that like people see the potential and what they could do with this app, and now it's here. So now I'm slowly getting it there. Again, it's not an app in the app store because that is a whole different process. uh it's not big enough yet, but I think this one-on-one service, it is more tailored to what we need specifically.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. The app.
And
Yeah,
like I
man.
said
Thank you.
again, you get it. And like again, you get a chance to get hands-on training with them through you once they purchase it,
Yes, yes.
which
Any
is
little kinks I get since I made it myself. There's kinks to work. I'm constantly working on stuff because, to be honest, sometimes I get too happy and I start modifying some stuff, and I'm like, oh, this was good, and this, but I forgot that that was connected to something else, so I broke something else. Now, don't worry, your app does not go wrong, does not break in the middle of a party. Every app is individually assigned. So if I'm making a modification to my app, I break it on myself first before I hand you the broken one. But as apps and software happens, sometimes some connections get broken. We're like, hey, this button's not working. So there's a lot of one-on-one in there where you can hit me up, message me, a lot of testing. But I'm confident now. Again, I've been running it since February actually, um, on
it
all my
Wi-Fi based?
events. You
Is it
can,
Wi-Fi based or
yes, yes, of course, it needs internet. So it's really whatever your device has. My tablet doesn't have service, so I just do the hotspot from my phone to my tablet.
okay?
Uh, so I just stand next to it and make sure my phone doesn't leave never, or I'll have my assistant use her hotspot. I recommend buying one of those little hotspot devices, and you could do prepaid. Put just $20 in there and hold it and only use it for your events. That way you're not stuck with a monthly payment, and that way your iPads have their own cell service. But everywhere we go, since I'm mainly in indoors, in hotels, buildings, some kind of, so I'm always
There it
asking, what's
is.
your Wi-Fi password? I sound like a little kid trying to connect their cell phone to play their games. They're like, what, you got Wi-Fi in here? Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's just any internet. Whether you want to put cell phone a cell service on it or don't, it's totally fine. Just find a way to connect it. Or how about this? No tablet, and let everybody just run it with the QR code. You could print it out, have it on a table. I used to have one of them, but I think I threw it away because I've been using it differently. But technically, you could have a little sign, a little display, and on the table with a little kickstand, and just have it there with a QR code, and let people order. Again, they can only order one per device because you have the setting. So if you don't have a tablet, fine, let them use their own cell phone. You use it however
Yeah.
you want. The features are there. So how do you handle questions if the customer happens to have them? Well, I now, because usually the tablet by itself, it tells you, select the hat, and once you select the hat, it will go to the next item, like automatic. Sure, they'll come and tap you on the shoulder. They'll ask me a question or like, hey, can you make this? Can you put a Spider-Man logo on it? Like, no, we have to keep it moving with the designs that I have, based on, because it's all time based. So I got to move forward. So you choose there how you want to like tell them. But for the most part, these questions now you can step aside and let the next order come in, and you don't have to worry about that person slowing down the line, holding up the line. Granny sometimes be coming up, or somebody's like, "Oh, I left my phone." No problem. You can place the order for them. They have the tablet right there. Again, it's really simple. They'll just tap 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 complete, and they get to move forward um, without holding. Can the iPad overheat? Some apps do that. It did overheat at one time, but I noticed that it was because I was so focused on what I'm doing, and hours have passed that the sun have moved, and my iPad was no longer on the shade. It was now direct sunlight. So yes. Other than that, no. The iPad is a really light. Is not a bulky app. So no, it will not, because it's web based. So it's a website really that is running. It's not an app, not running really in the background. And what happens there is the overheating really will come from the sun. Just take care of your devices. I also didn't notice that
Yeah.
I had two tents, and the space in between it, there was a ray of sunlight just hitting my cell phone. So I'm just painting away again. I'm flying, and my cell phone overheated, and I'm like, oh shoot, damn! I got to move it here to this side because it was under the heat. But that's really the only one time it has happened in the last 6 months.
I had
Can
that
you?
happen at I had that happen at a photo booth thing. They overheated, man. I was like, oh, it stopped everything.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
put a little fan on it and cooled it off.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're gonna have to actually attach a little fan to it. I have a photo booth also, and yeah, if it's not indoors, I'm always asking, please keep this under the sun, away from the sun.
Yeah.
Now, taking tips, I don't promote it. I don't have like a tip jar. What I do have is something like this. Okay, this is a job that I did for a Whataburger. So Whataburger, Airbrush Station. So I have something similar with my business information for some events, and this is like my business card. But in the back, I have printed out the QR code for PayPal, for Cash App, for Venmo, and I have something else. I think Square, so or Zelle. Uh, so I have them in the back. But when I put this on the table, it doesn't say tip jar. But I mean, if somebody says, "Hey, I want to tip you, I want to give," if they keep pushing it, okay, fine, here, stand here.
Yeah.
But I don't promote it. I don't put the QR codes in the app again because these are for paid events. They want to give you cash again. You might want to have that on your uh, saved QR codes that you could easily pull up and just let them scan instead of sitting there now looking, opening up your Cash App, finding up your QR codes. How about that? Keep your QR codes saved on your device or printed, like hidden, but available for quick access. Move it, get it out of the way. I personally uh, don't like putting out a tip jar, but they're always welcome. I tell them they're not
Yeah.
mandatory, but they are optional.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So one
yeah.
more time, let everybody know how they can get the app from you and
So
talk to you. Yeah.
so with the app, they can either visit my website, airbrushstation.fun, not .com, .fun, and it says there right on the main page. You scroll down, it says, "Oh, we have an app." Click on the device, and it'll take you to the page where you scroll all the way at the bottom, and there's a little form for anybody that is wants the app. They could submit a little questionnaire, a little submission like, "Hey, uh, I would like a copy of it." If you already found me on Instagram under John V973 or airbrushstation.fun, also on Instagram, DM me, and I'll get the ball rolling there, and then we'll start messaging, and start sending you links and PDFs and all that, so you could get accustomed, and then schedule a day for us to have a sit down. Because again, just a walkthrough of each and every single feature that is in there. Plus, I like to talk. It will last a good hour and a half. I had one with another artist from Chicago that took 2 hours, but that was because they had a lot of questions. So then that's what extends it. But I mean, it's really informational, and I'm trying to make sure that you're set up for success. So that's why I'm also available at any given moment. Call, text. I'm helping you, making sure that you are set and not fail.
All right.
But yeah, it's
All right.
available
Thanks
for
a lot,
everybody.
Joey.
White label. Yeah, man. Thank you
Okay,
very
like,
much.
all right. I hope you get some sales, brother. I'll send some links to you.
Yeah. All right, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you,
All right.
everybody.
Thank you.
See ya.
Have a good one.
You too, brother.